Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Encumbered. My name is Mitchell Brewer, and today we have another special guest coming your way. She will be driving the number 30 in the ARCA series all season this year, and she sat down and talked with us about how she got this opportunity to drive full time this season. For the first time in her career, after working very hard just to get a couple of rides here and there, she's full time this year, and she is Amber Balcaen. Let's hear from her. Well, first of all, thank you for your time today and congratulations on your opportunity.
Thank you.
First of all, how excited are you for this opportunity?
Yeah, I'm super excited. I've worked my whole life for this to race in the ARCA series. So through my career, I've had a lot of ups and downs, and it's definitely been a lot of hard work involved, but it's made it all worth it.
And you mentioned those ups and downs. The last few years of your career have really been kind of just all over the place with highs and lows. After going through all of that, does that make you feel more appreciative of landing an opportunity like this?
Yeah, absolutely. I think the harder something takes, the more rewarding it is, right? And I think going through all those ups and downs, it really helped create a lot of mental toughness in me. I learned a lot as a person, but in business and racing, you learn a lot through the lessons, and I'm happy that I was able to come up, on the high side of it.
And you mentioned those lessons. What would you say like the biggest thing you learned through all of that was?
Um, Man, there's been a lot, but I think for me the biggest thing was just like the work ethic and knowing that to get to that next level, you need to work twice as hard as you did in the previous level. And it's just being disciplined and keeping that consistency every single day and pushing forward every single day, no matter, if the motivation is there or not, you still have to do all your tasks every single day to push you forward towards those goals.
And as you look into this first full-time season in the ARCA series, what's something that you're looking forward to with this opportunity?
I'm just looking forward to racing, honestly. Like the fact that I get to race at tracks like Daytona, Talladega, Kansas, Bristol, like those are tracks that some of the most legendary racers in the state in all of America have raced at. And a lot of our races are in conjunction with the Cup Series. So to race with the NASCAR Cup Series, our first race of the year is at Daytona the day before the Daytona 500. So to get to race at those type of tracks and to get to race all the 20 races, go for the championship, go for rookie of the year. That's really all what I've dreamed of.
And you had a little bit of experience last year in the ARCA West series. How do you think that will be able to help you as you make this next transition?
Yeah, so in addition to the ARCA West races I also was a part of the BMR Drivers Academy, which was the NASCAR development program that we drove ARCA type cars, and it was very similar. So we were able to get the laps that we needed and really develop our skills and work with the crew on communication and feedback and learn what the cars were doing. It was a really great development and teaching tool. So I think everything that I did last year, I can definitely build on for this year.
Now you might bring that driver academy up there. I mean, it was a big thing when it was announced last year, but I feel like it didn't really get as much attention throughout the year. What do you think really was the stance or like the big point of the entire series? What do you think? Was it just learning?
Yeah, I think the fact that we got to work with our crew chief so closely and have a lot of races to be able to really learn the cars, learn driver feedback, and just get the repetition of laps. For me, because my career's been so up and down and I haven't been full time, it's been hard for me to get those consistent races in and consistent laps in. And it's hard to become good at your sport when you're not practicing all the time. So the fact that I did at least get seat time last year is going to be huge momentum leading into this year.
And that's kind of another question too, is how nice is it just to have like a consistent schedule instead of like a part-time deal or maybe a one-off deal here and there?
Yeah, it's awesome because we can build on the momentum, and it's not just learning one thing and then having to wait another year for me to use that, right? It's getting to be at the different tracks every other week and really building on the momentum of the skills that I've been developing.
And I know I'm not sure if you're still based out of Canada, but I know you were from there. During like the pandemic and stuff, you got started where you got your opportunity in the ARCA West series. Was that something that you had to kind of deal with all like the COVID protocols and everything that was going on with trying to get across borders so that you could make this opportunity happen in the ARCA West series?
Yeah, it definitely made crossing the border difficult. I am in the States on a P1 visa, an athlete visa, so they did allow me to cross, but because of the COVID testing and everything like that, it definitely made things a lot tougher, and I wasn't able to go back home as much as I would have before. I think I was 4 months without going to Canada or seeing my family or friends or fiance or any of that. So it was definitely at times a little bit lonely, but that's part of the sacrifice we make to become race car drivers and to be great at our sport. So it was definitely all worth it. And again, it led me here today.
Dang, that's wild. Just thinking about like 4 months without like seeing any of your family or any of your like your fiance, for example. Like I just got engaged recently. I can't even imagine like doing something like that for 4 months, but really speaks to your dedication and kind of getting building into what you got going on next season. Your first race of the season is Daytona, which is like this Goliath of a racetrack. Is that like what's the emotion going into that? Is it a little bit like nerve-wracking because it is such a big place?
I'm mostly just excited. If we didn't have a test, I'd probably quite a bit more nervous, but we do have a test coming up January 14th and 15th. So we got 2 days on track. And for me, it's just really getting comfortable in the draft and what the air does to the cars and the dynamic of being, inches apart from these cars going almost 200 miles an hour. So getting to learn that and feel what the draft feels like and feel the speed and the G forces. I think once I get that feeling and feel comfortable, then I'll feel ready for the race at Daytona.
And with Daytona in your mind, what's something you think about when you think about Daytona?
Well, I've visualized racing at Daytona for a really long time, and I've watched a lot of ARCA races there and Cup races there, and have been the audience. And I'm excited to actually be the driver this time. So I have high expectations for myself, but at the same time, it is super speedways, and anything can happen. So I think just finishing the race will be a win. But of course, I want to go out there and actually win the race.
And my last question for you, looking at the season as a whole, what would you say your goals are for the year?
My goals are to definitely win Rookie of the Year. I would like to win a race or more than one race and become the first female to win at the national level, because we've had females win in the ARCA West series, but none in the national ARCA series. So I would really like to achieve that goal, and then just finish the highest in points possible. Since we're doing all 20 races, I do have the chance at a championship, which is amazing. So we're definitely going to go for that, but the highest we can finish in points, the better.
Awesome. Well, again, thank you for your time today, and I wish you the best of luck this season. And very cool story, I gotta say, from my side. Very excited to see what you're able to do this season.
Thank you. I really appreciate that.